and power. This is your brother Shane the Artist, and I would like to welcome you to another episode of the Rebellious Rhymer Podcast. That's right, family. Black conservatism without the buck dancing. Black conservatism without the buck dancing. Black conservatism without the buck dancing. I put emphasis on that. Y'all already know how I feel about black conservatism. A lot of black conservatives, so-called black conservatives out there, give conservatism a bad name, which pushes my people away from conservatism. A lot of people use black conservatism as a mask, as a smokescreen, if you will, to launch attacks on their own community. But that's a whole nother subject. I already talked about that, family. We're not talking about that right now. We are talking about, let's say what up to a few people in the room. Say what up to a few people in the room. Dale Maxwell, peace and power. Bud Wilson, peace and power. Eva, peace and power. DJ T.I. is back. What up? Your favorite girl, peace and power. Sage, peace and power. Arnold Santiago. Let's go ahead and get started, family. Let's go ahead and get started. AI created viruses. Have y'all done any research on this? This is a real thing. Family. AI created viruses. They've successfully created about 16 different viruses. Let me go ahead and read some of this article to you. It was a study done by what is the name of the ARC Institute. There was also a study from Stanford University, and there was an article written by what is the name of the people who wrote this article? There was an article published by the journal Science. Okay, so y'all can look this up. The journal Science, they published an article. Also, the BBC did an article, amongst other publications, did articles about this AI created viruses. So let me go ahead and read some of this to you, okay? In a major scientific breakthrough, researchers at Stanford University and the ARC Institute, that's ARC Institute, have used generative artificial intelligence to design 16 completely new functional synthetic viruses, okay, from scratch. Okay, so they use generative artificial intelligence to design 16 completely new viruses. All right, and created them from scratch. And that is from the journal Science, okay? Let's talk about, before we even get into the whole dark side, let's talk about some of the positives that this might bring. Let's just talk about some of the positives of AI, period, right? Like the benefits. Let's talk about some of the benefits of AI. We create things with AI. We create videos. We create websites, businesses, all kinds of stuff, books. We can create things that can generate income for us with AI, okay? And I believe that we ought to take advantage of AI while we still can, okay? So we definitely should take advantage of AI. We should create things, create businesses, create websites, help us write books, all kind of stuff. Use AI to your advantage, okay? Let's get some hearts in the room, family. Let's get some hearts in here. Tap that screen, tap that screen, tap that screen. It doesn't take much to tap that screen, family. I haven't been on camera in a while, but as you can see, I'm here, I'm back. I set up my new background. I hope y'all like my background. I got my warrior hatchets, and I got my warrior blades, and I got my king and my queen up there on the wall with me as well, looking out for me in spirit. Okay? So yeah, there's some positive things about AI, right? And I think that we need to take advantage of AI while we still can. Make as much money from AI as we can. Use AI for whatever positive reasons. There's other positive things that you can do with AI. Like scientists can come up with ways of creating cures for diseases. Scientists can come up with ways of creating antibodies, things like that, to be able to fight diseases, to be able to fight infections and stuff like that. So AI does have its positives within it. You know what I'm saying? It has its positives. And I, for one, like I said, I believe that the average person needs to take advantage of AI as much as possible and make as much money off of it as possible. But just like there is a positive side to AI, there also could be a dark side to AI. Because, yeah, we have scientists that can create things with AI, with artificial intelligence, that is created, like I said, to fight diseases, to fight antigens and parasites and things in your body that you don't want in your body. You know, the AI can create things to combat that, right? But just like scientists can create positive things, can create things that can help you, can create things that can heal you, there's also people who can create things that can harm you as well with the use of artificial intelligence. Okay? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the dark side of artificial intelligence, okay? We're going to talk about the dark side of artificial intelligence. AI can be used as a biological weapon. This could be biological warfare. It is what it is, man. I wouldn't put it past people. I wouldn't put it past the government. I love TikTok Shop. I love TikTok Shop. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put it past people in power, you know what I'm saying, to use AI to harm the population. People do it now. People do things now to mass harm the population, to try to get rid of the population, to try to lower the population. You want to talk about Illuminati, you want to talk about the top 1%, you want to talk about the Bilderbergs, you want to talk about the 13 families that is within world power, right? These people typically are known for doing hideously evil things, okay, to the population. They're known for doing things like population control, creating viruses, creating things that are meant to harm us. Biological warfare. Biological warfare, family. Here's some of the other things, the other dark sides of AI, right? Like, and people talk about this all the time. AI are replacing human jobs. Jobs that we need. Jobs that we need to feed our family, to take care of our family, are being replaced by AI. It starts with little things like a kiosk in McDonald's, right? You see, I don't never use the kiosk. Yeah, I know how to use it, but I use my great beard. I take full advantage. I act like I'm an old man that have no idea how to use a computer. I don't mess with the kiosk at McDonald's, okay? I'm old school. You go and you take my damn order, okay? I'm walking straight to the line, and if they try to direct me to the kiosk, I say I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use the kiosk, family. You're gonna have to do this the old school way, and you're gonna get on there and you're gonna click them damn buttons, and you're gonna take my order. I'm not using no kiosk. I refuse. You got, and these are just within the fast food networks, right? You have burger flippers being replaced. They have an AI robot known as a Flippy. Look it up, family. There's something called a Flippy. It's an AI robot And basically what it does is it flips the burgers. It cooks the burgers. It mashes them down. It flips the burgers. People are about to be out of a job. People are about to be out of a job, man. Fast food. People are already being replaced by AI. This is the dark side of AI. Truckers. You know, I got my CDL. I worked hard for my CDL. I bust my ass to get my CDL. I love TikTok Shop. I worked extremely hard, went through a lot to get my CDLs. Appreciate the hearts, family. Keep those hearts coming. Please keep those hearts coming. I worked my behind off to get my CDLs. Now you have AI trucks, okay, with no driver, driverless trucks, delivering loads, driving down the street by itself. Now, I understand how it works. You know, there's a certain grid that the truck stays on, and the truck stays on that grid and it drives all the way down. I don't know how many of y'all ever worked in the Amazon warehouse. I have. A lot of robots are replacing workers in the Amazon warehouse. A lot of robots and artificial intelligent robots are replacing warehouse workers in Amazon. I worked in Amazon. I know how it goes in there. They have robots that will go and pick all these different parts for you. The robots will go and they will pick the parts, and then the robot will bring the parts to you. Then it's up to you to pick the parts off of the robot, put them in the bins or whatever, and send it down the conveyor belt. All right? But my point is, AI, artificial intelligence, and robots are replacing jobs that regular people every day that are working are being replaced by robots, man. You know, there's a lot that can go wrong with this AI thing, but hey, it's technology. It's something that we can't escape. It's something that we can't run from. You know, we talked about the government, the gov. I love TikTok Shop. Don't strike me down, okay, TikTok? But I'm just saying, we're talking about the top elite people who could possibly use AI as a form of biological warfare against humans. Okay? These people, and this is specifically for my people, for the black race, right? You know that AI can create a biological weapon that is specifically designed to target black people? This is not no wild, whacked out theory, okay? This is already happening. There's already been seeds. That are designed, that grows food. These seeds that are designed to target black DNA. Or DNA that's typically found in black Americans, or black people, period. It's already happening, so why wouldn't they use AI to do this? Why wouldn't they use AI to do this, family? I love TikTok Shop. I love TikTok Shop. Some things that can happen. There's some things that can just go extremely wrong with this? What are some of the other things that can go wrong? What are some of the other dark side to AI? What if AI becomes so damn intelligent that it decides, hey, we don't need you humans on this planet no more, so we're just going to go ahead and start taking you out? Peace and power, family. Can we get some hearts in the room? Can we get some hearts in the room? Get some hearts in the room, please. Just click that screen. Just click that screen. It's not hard to do. Just click the screen. Get some hearts in here. Much appreciated. It'll be much appreciated, family. There's a lot of negative that can come with this AI. And quite frankly, you know, I'm not going to sit there and say that I'm not a little bit worried about these new viruses, these 16 new viruses that's been created by AI. You introduce these new viruses in the world, your body, your chemical makeup is not going to know how to battle these new diseases, these new viruses. We could have a new pandemic of AI created viruses. And how would your body wouldn't even know how to deal with something like that. Your body's chemical makeup is not designed to fight AI generated diseases, AI generated viruses. None of your business. And you see who's at the helm. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, you see who's at the helm. The top 1%, the politicians, all these crooked politicians, all these popular names that we know about, these 13 families that rule the world, right? These 13 families, I can name some of them, the Bilderberg group. People like that, man. Elon Musk. The Rothschilds, exactly. These people do not mean us well, and they think that they have the key to the world. And what's the guy? What is the name of the guy who often goes to Africa, injecting them with what is his name? The creator, I think it was the creator, Bill Gates. Bill Gates bought up thousands amongst thousands and thousands of acres of land here in the United States to grow GMO food, to grow chemically enhanced foods. That's also biological warfare. That is biological warfare. How can we combat this stuff? Now, you know, this is just the beginning, man. These AI generated viruses is just the beginning. Who knows what AI is going to be created? Now you could say, okay, well, if AI decides to get so intelligent that it tries to eliminate the human race, well, can't the people who designed it or programmed this AI to take out the human race design it or program it to do the opposite? Yeah, probably. They probably could, but why would they do that? You had the top 1% people trying to take out half of the world's population for decades, for centuries. I don't know what the obsession is. There's enough square mileage on this earth for everybody and then some. The majority of this planet is not even inhabited by humans anyway. Since what? The ocean, the water is like 70 to 75% of the planet Earth's makeup. So this is what I'm saying, man. It's definitely an issue. The AI generated viruses are coming. Prepare yourself, family. I'm real big on survival. Invest in bug out bags. Invest in things like gas masks, EpiPens, freeze dried food. Stock up on your water. And for God's sake, if you have any kind of land at all, if you have any type of land, I don't care if it's a backyard, man, grow your own food, grow your own food, grow your own food. You don't need acres of land to grow your own food, family. You can grow food vertically. I've seen a video of people growing potatoes, right? Growing potatoes vertically. You can do it. It can be done. It can be done. I've seen them. They wrapped a wire basket, a wire mesh basket. They put some hay down in the basket, then put some soil on top of the hay, and put a PVP pipe in the middle of, with some holes in the pipe, in the middle of the soil, with some potato seeds all throughout the soil, and grew potatoes vertically. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. Grow your own food. Practice things like, how many of y'all ever heard of hydroponics? Let me know in the comment section if you ever heard of hydroponics. Practice hydroponics. I bought a book on hydroponics years ago, where you harvest your own fish. You can get you a big container, one of those big box containers full of water. Raise you some fish. Raise you some catfish. I wouldn't recommend tilapia, but hell, tilapia, well, you would get a lot of it, and it's easy to maintain. They'll die easily too if you don't take care of them. But some type of fish. Raise you some type of fish. Grow plants on top. This is what hydroponic is. Hydroponic is a bin full of water, fish in the bin, plants growing on top of that bin, the water, the fish, and the soil from those fish being used as fertilizer to grow the plants on top of the hydroponic tanks. It can be done, family. It can be done in a small backyard. It can be done. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Stock up on weapons and ammo as well. Stock up on weapons and ammo. I love TikTok Shop. I love TikTok Shop. I'm not trying to be an anarchist here, but I'm just trying to be a realist. We don't know what's coming down the pipe. We don't know what's coming down the pipe with these AI-generated viruses. We have to be able to defend ourselves from these type of situations, fam. And that's real. And that's real. So like I said, bug out bag. In your bug out bag, make sure you have different sections of your bug out bag. The average bug out bag should have, this is how I set up my bug out bag, right? I have a hospital section in my bug out bag, my bandages, alcohol, wipes, EpiPens, stuff like that. I have a garage in my bug out bag. The garage will hold certain things and tools, utility knives, a saw, shovels. You know, you can. There's little shovels that you can buy that you can fold up, and it fits right in your backpack. Things like that. Have your garage in your bug out bag. Also, you're going to need what? Can anybody guess? A kitchen. You need a kitchen in your bug out bag. You need a kitchen in your bug out bag. Freeze-dried foods. MRs, military rations. Food that you can store away for a long time. You know, food items that people like to store away for a long time. Snack foods like Twinkies. Twinkies last for years and years and years without going bad. Things like Twinkies. Pickle jars. Jars that you can use to pickle things like meat patties. You fry up some meat patties and put them in a jar and preserve them with whatever preservatives you want to use. That meat will last you a while, at least a year or two. That meat will last you a while. Stock up. Stock up on your food, stock up on your water, stock up on your supplies. Okay? Stock up on your ammo, stock up on your weaponry. This biological warfare It's not coming, it's already here. It's already here. You saw what happened during the COVID-19. You saw what happened then. To me, that's biological warfare. That's biological warfare. I think that it was designed purposely. I'm trying not to get flagged here. I love TikTok Shop. But I didn't witness a bunch of bodies dropping from COVID-19. But I witnessed bodies hitting the floor from the vaccine, And I'm just going to say it. TikTok probably going to try to shut me down. TikTok going to shut me down. I see it now. But I seen more damage from the damn vaccine than I did from the actual virus. That's just what it is. And I'm talking about personal. People that I knew personally who was just fine at first until they took that damn vaccine. When I was getting my CDL, my very first instructor, he was a good man. I was on the road with him for about 2 weeks. I was on the road with him for a week. He took the vaccine because he wanted to start delivering loads in Canada. At that time, Canada required you to be vaccinated before you cross their border. So he got vaccinated for that reason, so he could start making deliveries to Canada. He took that vaccination on a Tuesday. We went on the road Wednesday. By Saturday, he was gone. He passed away. He was sick on the truck. He was throwing up profusely. He went to the hospital. They wasn't able to save him. They say that it was complications from heart problems that he already had. But that's what the vaccination did. It complicated issues and ailments that people already had. That was the issue. His wife believed that it was the vaccine that took him out too. And I do as well. My grandma passed after taking that vaccine. She was forced to take it. She was in a home. They forced the old folks to take it. I think the vaccine took them out. Not old age. My grandma was just fine. She was lively. She was fine. My uncles, both of my uncles, took that vaccine. And they started having problems and complications. And now they're both not here with us anymore. My sister, she's fairly young. Never had no complications before, ever. Never had any medical ailments or anything. Her job mandated her to take that damn vaccine. My sister had to take that vaccine or she wasn't going to be able to keep that job. That was the damn Biden administration and the Democrats forcing these vaccination mandates on people. If you don't take these vaccinations, you won't be able to keep your job. My sister was forced to take that vaccine. Next thing you know, she's having a damn stroke. She ain't never had no stroke before or never had any type of ailments, medical ailments before, until she took that damn vaccine. So like I said before, family, I've seen more damage done by the vaccine than by COVID itself. So imagine what this AI is going to do. Imagine the new pandemics and things like that that's going to come up from these 16 new. I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned. Imagine these 16 new AI, artificial intelligent generated viruses. We're going to have to stand up and fight this, family. We're going to have to stand up and fight this. Like I said, invest in things like a gas mask. We're going to have to figure out ways to deal with this AI stuff, man. But like I said, for right now, take advantage of AI while you can. Make all the money while you can from AI. You know, do what you can with AI to help you move along in life. But eventually, family, we're gonna have to somehow combat this thing. These viruses and stuff, we're going to have to combat it. So, I'm going to stop talking about this subject before TikTok throw me off of here and hit me with some damn violations and stuff like that. I'm surprised that I didn't get hit with no violations yet. But, yeah, man, that's what's going on, fam. AI-generated diseases. AI-generated viruses. There's going to be a dark side to this. This is chemical warfare. This is biological warfare. Prepare yourself, family. Get ready. Buy land if you can. If you have a backyard, grow your own food. Stock up on water. Stock up on non-perishable food items. And as they say in Texas, hunker down. Okay? But that's my time. This has been another episode of the Rebellious Rhymer podcast. Black conservatism without the butt dancing. I'm out of here, family. And always remember, the revolution starts with you. All right? 1.